Alright, my people, welcome back. On to this, it says customs operatives storm Ayetoro, shooting as if ordered to wipe out the community. On to this, officials of the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) on Friday stormed Ayetoro in Yewa North local government area of Ogun State, shooting sporadically as if they have been ordered to wipe out the community, a resident said. Alright, and onto this, Ayetoro is an agrarian community and an home to one of the oldest public high schools in the country, the Comprehensive High School Ayetoro. A source in the community said the customs officials threw caution into the wind after an argument with some residents of the community over alleged smuggling. The source, who is also a resident in the area, said the NCS officials stormed the community with 4 Toyota Hilux vehicles loaded with heavily armed customs operatives and started shooting continuously into the air. Alright, meanwhile, the action of the customs officials, according to another source, angered the youth in the community who mobilized themselves to resist the customs aggression. This led to a violent face-off, leading to the burning of 3 of the Hilux vehicles. A youth in the area was also shot and then injured by the customs officials. Well, it lasted like a normal argument between a man and a customs officer at Okerori here in Ayetoro. They had few minutes of argument, after which military men and the residents waded into the issue and it was resolved. About an hour time, 4 Hilux vans with fully armed customs officers entered our community and they started shooting anyhow in the air. After several attempts to stop them became fruitless, the youth in the area then faced them and they started shooting at the people, the residents said. Alright, they were shooting like they have been ordered to wipe out the community. If you see the way they were shooting, it was like a war zone, like they have been told to kill us all. If not because many of our youths are fortified, many would have been dead by now. If you go round the community, you will see people whose clothes were torn by the customs bullet, but the bullet didn't penetrate their bodies. Only for one guy, solid, who was shot 3 times, another resident of Ayetoro, who identified him simply as Nojim, said. Spokesman Ogun Area 1 Command of Nigeria Customs Service, Ahmed Oloyede, confirmed the incident. While customs officials have found it fashionable to invade communities in the southwest region of Nigeria, killing unarmed residents in the name of fighting smuggling. Just last month, customs officials attacked Ibarapa community in Oyo State, killing 3 unarmed civilians who had nothing to do with smuggling in May 2021. Trigger Happy Customs officials killed 5 unarmed bystanders in Tēñessiøñ, Oyo State, while on May 1st, 2020, Rilwan Bello, a 15-year-old junior secondary school student of area community high school, Owode, Ogun State, was killed by customs officials along Owode Idiroko in November 2018. The life of a 25-year-old unarmed resident of Ebute along Ilaro or Jordan, Yewa North local government area of the state, was caught by customs bullet. Meanwhile, Ayetoro itself is not new to extrajudicial killings by customs officials. For instance, on December 22nd, 2020, a resident of Kikelomo area of Ayetoro, identified as Shola, was killed by customs officials, was not a smuggler. In the face of the reckless attacks and extrajudicial killings by customs officials in the southwest, some traditional rulers in February 2019 called on the federal government to call the NCS to order the Olu of Ilaro and paramount ruler of Yewa land, Oba Kehinde Olugbenle, on behalf of other traditional rulers, decried the killings at a press conference. I don't know when a bag of rice becomes a valuable item than the life of any human being. They should not take laws into their hands. Well, they should seal up any property housing contraband goods rather than raiding shops, which could lead to clash. The government has the power to confiscate anything. The question is, how did contraband goods get to town, considering the number of checkpoints along the border axis? We are not at war with the NCS. We demand justice and want the perpetrators of these killings brought to book. We are not only speaking the minds of the Yewa people, but the minds of Nigerians. The federal government and the NCS should improve on surveillance of the borderlines areas, Olugbenle said. He urged President Muhammadu Buhari, the Acting Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu, and other security agencies to urgently wade into the danger posed by the customs operatives. The federal government and the Nigeria Customs Service have, however, failed to heed the traditional rulers' call as the killings have continued unabated. All right, my people, and then this is what has been gathered. That is to tell you that a lot of havoc are happening in the country right now as we speak. Well, I don't understand why these customs officials would to this level at a time like this be shooting sporadically. I was thinking they are supposed to verify every details before they carry out any dangerous activities. Well, this is so bad. Well, they are not customs, they are bandits from taking order from our Fulani chief bandits. Okay, and then that is what an anonymous person has said. Well, and then George Ade said that, well, every day for the killer, one day for Baba God. Nigerian government, do as you like. One day everyone will take control. And then that is it. Because with what is going on in this country now, everybody's just misbehaving. They are just doing anyhow because of this regime. They believe that, after all, now we get them. Now we the lead, so we can do anyhow. But they've forgotten that in no time, God will arrest them. All right, my people. Well, a lot have been said. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your take on this. And remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks always.